am making the loaded potato soup in the cookbook. There it is, a single serve recipe on page 117 of the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. It is a fuel pull, as you can see. And right now I have my cauliflower going on with my chicken broth. This is the chicken broth that I use. It's always $1.99 at Winco, so that's what I put in my cart. I don't buy free range on purpose, but it is a nicer one. Or sometimes this is on sale at Grocery Outlet also. Sometimes it's 99 cents at Grocery Outlet. And I also buy the Winco cauliflower. There it is. Alright, so as soon as all this gets all nice and warm together and the cauliflower starts getting soft because it is frozen, then I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients and I'll be right back when that's ready. Alright, these are all the other ingredients that I'm going to be putting on it. This soup you can make without having to buy special ingredients because you do not have to use the glucomannan. What you could use is, what's it called over here? It's called Xanthan gum, and you can buy that at Walmart. Xanthan gum in the gluten-free department. At most grocery stores you can get Xanthan gum, and that's way cheaper than the glucomannan. This bottle was $12 on Amazon, but it's going to last you forever because you only use like 1/4 teaspoon or less. So these are all the spices that I'm going to be putting in. Oh, and also, now some would consider this a special ingredient, but all it is like a alternative for soy sauce. It's more natural. So you could just use regular soy sauce or find one that is better, you know, or just not put it in at all. But I think it really needs it because I love this stuff. I could drink it. Seriously. Oh my word, like A1 sauce? I used to be able to drink A1 sauce. Isn't that crazy? But you really need to put the dash of cayenne in here. So what I do is I mash it with my potato masher once it starts getting soft, but I can tell that it's not soft yet. They're not ready. They're still hard. I don't want to cook it too quickly. So I'll just leave that in there and wait for that to cook, and then I will add the rest of my stuff. So while that is warming up, I'm going to make a good girl moonshine. I'm going to make raspberry lemonade with my sweet leaf water drops. I bought these with my own money. I did not get these to try or to test or anything, but sweet leaf, I would be more than willing to represent you or do a review and a giveaway if you watch this video, because I love these things. I talk about these all the time and everybody knows it. Anybody who watches my videos know that these sweet leaf products, these flavored ones, and then there's the sweet drops that you put in your coffee. So that's really great. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is make a good girl moonshine. Now I'm going to use my sweet leaf water drops, which I love these sweet leaf water drops. I have all the different flavors. There is also lemon lime and peach mango. I'm trying not to drop everything. Here's the peach mango. And then I also have a strawberry kiwi, which is, I haven't opened up yet. But my husband's favorite is the peach mango. My favorite is the lemon lime. This one's almost empty. And then my second favorite is this raspberry lemonade. So for this little, what is this, a half a pint? A pint? No, this is a pint, isn't it? I do 2 squirts in this. And then I use my ginger that I got for 50% off at Sprouts. Yes, 50% off. There's only $2 for organic. A couple little dashes of that in there. And then, oh, it looks like my soup is ready, so I got to hurry up and do this. Then I pour in as much as you want. Or that percent of vinegar. I don't measure, I just pour. And it's so good. Okay, over here my soup is ready, so I'm going to mash this up. See, you don't need a hand immersion blender, but you could if you wanted to. I'm just afraid that it would go all over the place. So you just mash up the cauliflower.
Mom, can I have some milk with this?
Yes, you can put milk in there.
Okay.
Try to make sure you get a longer spoon, because the cup is kind of deep. All right, so see how you're going to end up mashing it up. Now, you really don't want to put this into a blender or your Ninja because it is really hot. I mean, this is even more hot than like your coffee because it's kind of boiling, you know? Eventually, this will all get, it's not going to be really chunky. If you've never made this before, don't be fearful of it because it will mash down just like when you're doing your mashed cauliflower. It's not going to be like mashed potatoes, but it's going to be more small, the pieces, because you just keep on doing this. Now in the book it says put it in a blender, but see, I'm not going to put this in a blender. I think it's way too hot to put in my Ninja. Plus my Ninja's plastic. It's 3 years old. It's as old as I've been on Trim Healthy Mama. A banana?
Yeah.
No, this is cauliflower.
What are you mashing it?
I'm mashing it to make a soup. See how the pieces now are really small, so I'm not worried about a chunky soup. See, this is the way that I do it, and I am fine with having it pieces like this. If you want to put it in your blender, you go ahead and put it in your blender. I'm just not going to put it in my blender. Now, you probably could do a hand immersion blender into this. I think it's deep enough where you can do that. Nice necklace. They made, what is that, Fruit Loops?
Yeah.
Necklaces. Alright, so I got that all mashed up and I turned my heat down. I got it on, what is that, like a 3 or 4? So now I'm going to add in all the other ingredients except the glucomannan. Is that how you say it? Glucomannan? Glucomannan. Okay, glucy for short. Alright, so I just added 1 wedge, there's the wrapper, of a Laughing Cow cheese. I got the pepper jack, creamy pepper jack, sorry, there you go. Creamy pepper jack. I got that. I'm gonna whisk this in the soup. I added all the spices except the glucy, the nutritional yeast, and the liquid aminos. The cheese is gonna melt up nicely into here. I keep thinking I shouldn't be eating dairy on this fuel cycle, but it's really only for the S and the E days because it's fatty. Well, it's fatty for your E days, but your S days are more of a natural fats, like the coconut oils and your MCT oil. There's no butter, really, there's no dairy those days, which my eyes have been opened to the amount of dairy. I think a lot of women go through this when they have a fuel cycle, because you basically do not eat dairy for 2 weeks. And I know a lot of women still use half and half in their coffee, and I think I did that the first time, and I just use a little bit. But now I make the trimmies, and I'm pleased with that, without any half and half in that. And when I drink a regular cup of coffee, it just doesn't taste the same to me anymore. It's like I have to have a trimmy all the time. So that's going to save us money, I think, going out, because I won't be buying as many Starbucks as I used to. I'll probably end up just getting that tea like I got last night. I got a chai tea, and if you get the organic ones, there's no sugar in it. Alright, so there's that. And now I'm going to add the next ingredients to it, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So here it is all done. Now, I didn't run the dishwasher because it's not full, so I'm going to use my measuring cup to drink from, or to eat from. Alright, yeah, my dishwasher, it's not full, so I'm not going to run the dishwasher. That would be wasting electricity and water. And out here in California, if you're from California, yeah, thumbs up, right? You know that water's expensive out here. It's not as cheap as it is in other parts of the country because of the drought. But after this last winter, oh my word, there can't be a drought anymore. But anyway, back to this. This is my fuel pull lunch. I am about a half hour past the time I needed to eat. I set my alarm for noon. It is now 12:45, and I should have ate this. Actually, no. Noon was 2.5 hours after my snack. So I would say I'm right on spot. I took too much time making this because I videoed it. But I probably should have just videoed the soup itself and not the making process. But it's very hot. I'm going to let it cool down. Close up the book. This is the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. There's Serena and Pearl. Look at the muscles on her. Look at that. Anyway, my good girl Moonshine. And my soup. This is my fuel pull day 2, and this is day, we'll see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wait, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Day 12 of my fuel cycle. And I just got to remember to eat sooner on the fuel pull days. So if you are doing a fuel cycle and you're on your fuel pull days, I suggest you to eat within 2 to 2.5 hours and set a timer so that you don't forget to eat, because then your tummy will start growling like mine did. All right, so